धन्यवाद.
Shri Prashant Nanda ji.
Thank you, madam. Whenever this budget was opened to everybody in the country, my Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Naveen Patnaik ji, he had given his reactions, which I quote. We welcome the following initiatives: Krishi, Rail and Kisi Udan for a seamless national coal supply chain, PM Kusum to cover farmers for solar pumps, removal of dividend distribution tax and introduction of concessional component tax. Odisha had requested for extension of concessional tax rates to cooperatives in line with corporate tax cuts. We welcome the announcement of concessional tax rates for cooperatives. Increase of deposit insurance coverage from rupees 1 lakh to rupees 5 lakh. Announcement for new education policy and FDI in the education sector. I unquote. Madam, the Indian economy was plagued by one of the slowest growth rates and the highest unemployment in last many decades. Coupled with a slowing world economy, rising protectionism, including the US-China trade war and Brexit, it was one of the most challenging times to present a budget. Expectations amongst people were high for the government to present a big bang budget to kickstart the economy by pushing domestic consumption and the investment cycle in the economy. The budget has, however, come with several incremental measures for various sections of society. As termed by the finance minister, it is a Jan Jan Ka budget, and which is aggregate would provide the necessary impetus to the economy. The government has been very clear that it was not willing to breach the fiscal deficit target by contravening the FRBM Act 2003, and thereby with falling tax revenues, perhaps the government had only so much legroom. On the tax front, therefore, there is very little in the budget in terms of simplification, but a lot on widening the tax base and increasing the compliance burden on the taxpayer. Hitherto, sale and purchase of goods was outside the ambit of any tax deduction at source (TDS) or tax collection at source (TCS). The finance bill now proposes to levy a TCS of 0.1%, whereby the seller whose sales turnover in the preceding year exceeds rupees 10 crores would collect the aforesaid tax from the buyer during financial year exceeds rupees 50 lakh. Another proposal to cast the TCS net wider is the proposed levy of TCS at the rate of 5% on remittances sent abroad under the liberalized remittance scheme, LRS, and on selling of overseas tour packages by tour operators. The proposal to collect tax on LRS is particularly harsh and needs to be revisited. This also adds to the compliance burden, as another return would have to be filled by the person collecting the tax. The finance minister, like a seasoned leg spinner bowler, has thrown a googly by proposing an amendment to change determination of residential status of Indian citizens staying abroad. Though the intention of government is to tax a stateless person, but the language of the proposed section and the latter press release have confused us as to what the government is intending to tax. Also, reducing the number of days to stay in India from 182 days to 120 days for Indian citizens living abroad is not a good step. The proposal regarding e-appeal and e-penalty seems to be a premature step. Once the e-assessment or faceless assessment proceedings stabilize, then the government could have thought of moving to the next step of e-appeal and e-penalty. In an appellate proceedings, the taxpayer wants to be heard and make the authorities understand their stand, which is not possible in a faceless scenario. In terms of the misses, the most important point seems to be the rationalism of long-term capital gains tax. In our view, there was a need to remove long-term capital gains tax on shares and reduce the tax rate of long-term capital gains on the sale of immovable property. Any reduction in this rate would only lead to higher inflow of money in the formal economy and discourage transactions outside the books. It should be remembered that the intent to evade tax goes hand in hand with a high tax rate, and therefore there is a need to reduce the rate on sale of immovable property. We hope that government consider this in next year's budget. Sir, Madam, there was an economic depression. There was an economic depression throughout the world, mostly in Europe, some years back. And it could not affect so much to our country because our rural economy was very, very strong. It would have been much better that some more money should have been infused for Manrega works, and the labor laws should have been amended, and the labor, the money which they are getting should have been enhanced. We are talking of doubling the income of the farmers. Do you think the farmers' income will be doubled by doing the same traditional paddy and wheat? No. He has to go for floriculture, he has to go for horticulture, he has to go for cash crops. And for that, the money, the help, or whatever the farmer is getting, it would have been better if their share would have been more. For my state, through you, I'll request, Honorable Minister, Clean Energy says at least some sharing with state for specific use in places where the cess is raised to do clean energy activities. Prudence in financial management should not be a negative factor in fund allocation by Finance Commission. In fact, Finance Commission should reward states who have managed the state finance better. Royalty on coal needs revision. Archaeological sites, Odisha should not be left out. It has maximum sites. We should have a national tribal museum in Odisha. That is what my request would be. Special focus state to take care of recurring calamities. It breaks the financial backbone of state. Although I definitely thank Honorable Minister that their help for Fani and other calamities which they have done to Odisha. In fact, any state which faces major disaster should be given special focus for 3 years for recovery and reconstruction in terms of 90%, 10% in central schemes, tax holidays, etc. Speed up railways project where state is providing land free and 50% cost of construction. Odisha is one of the very few states which does this. Tele density and banking density both have to increase. Also, drinking water needs focus. I do not have to go for a longer speech. I hope the request for my state, which I have done, definitely Honorable Minister will take care. And most important thing, that for the farmers and the rural economy, we should be given more stress, and I hope she will definitely take some actions for which this matter will be taken care. Thank you very much.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया नंदा जी।